Nothing is truly perfect, but some things come close. In this video, we'll explore words that describe things that are nearly perfect but not quite, like flawless and exceptional. With definitions, examples, and images, let's talk about perfection. Apotheosis is noun. The elevation of a person to the status of a god. Deification. The highest point in the development of something. Culmination or climax. His performance in the championship game was the apotheosis of his athletic career. Her rise from poverty to wealth and fame is seen as an apotheosis of the American dream. The novel is considered the apotheosis of the author's literary achievement. The statue depicts the emperor's apotheosis, showing him ascending to the heavens. The painting represents the apotheosis of Renaissance art, showcasing mastery of technique and composition. Paradigm is noun. A set of beliefs, assumptions, concepts, or practices that constitutes a worldview or theoretical framework within a particular discipline, field, or context. A typical example or pattern of something. A model or archetype that serves as a standard or framework for understanding or interpreting similar cases or phenomena. The Copernican revolution shifted the scientific paradigm from a geocentric to a heliocentric model of the solar system. The rise of renewable energy technologies represents a paradigm shift away from reliance on fossil fuels for power generation. In linguistics, Noam Chomsky's theory of universal grammar has been a dominant paradigm for understanding language acquisition. The traditional hierarchical organizational paradigm is being challenged by more flexible and decentralized models of management. The advent of the internet brought about a paradigm shift in the way information is accessed, shared, and disseminated. Model is noun. A person or thing regarded as an exemplar or worthy of imitation. A representation, usually in miniature, of something. She's a role model for aspiring young entrepreneurs. The company's business plan serves as a model for success in the industry. The actress became a fashion model after being discovered at a young age. The toy car was a scale model of a classic sports car. The architect created a detailed model of the building before construction began. Model as adjective. Exemplary. Serving as a standard or ideal example for imitation or comparison. Fashionable. Following or setting trends in style or design. The designer showcased her latest model collection at the fashion show. The teacher presented a model essay to help students understand proper structure and style. She has a model home, meticulously decorated and arranged for showcasing. The company strives to maintain model standards of quality in its products. His behavior towards his colleagues is model, always courteous and respectful. Acme as noun. It can also refer to the climax or the most critical point of something. The term is often used to indicate the highest level of achievement or excellence in a particular field or endeavor. For many people, the acme of happiness is to find a loving partner and build a fulfilling life together. In the world of fashion, the acme of success is to have one's designs featured in a major runway show. The acme of his career was when he won the Nobel Prize for his groundbreaking research. The athlete's performance at the championship represented the acme of her skills and abilities, earning her both admiration and respect. The company's latest product represented the acme of their technological expertise, incorporating the latest advances in engineering and design. Transcendence is noun. The act of rising above or beyond the limitations of physical existence, often associated with spiritual or philosophical concepts. The state or quality of being beyond ordinary limits, surpassing or exceeding the usual or ordinary. The music had a sense of transcendence that transported listeners to another realm. Through meditation, he experienced moments of transcendence where he felt at one with the universe. Many people find a sense of transcendence in nature, feeling connected to something greater than themselves. The artist sought to capture a sense of transcendence in her paintings, evoking feelings of awe and wonder. The concept of transcendence is central to many religious and philosophical traditions, exploring the nature of existence beyond the material world. Quintessence as verb, to distill or extract the most essential or perfect qualities from something, to epitomize or embody the essence of, to purify or refine something to its highest or most concentrated form. The artist aimed to quintessence the beauty of the landscape in her paintings. The designer's minimalist approach quintessenced elegance and sophistication in every detail. The scientist sought to quintessence the essence of the compound through rigorous distillation techniques. Through years of practice and dedication, the musician quintessenced the essence of his craft, producing breathtaking performances. His writing style quintessenced the complexities of human emotion in simple, evocative prose. Utopia as noun, a visionary system or concept of social organization, often characterized by equality, harmony, and prosperity. An imagined place or state of ideal perfection, typically in social, political, or environmental aspects. Despite its flaws, the idea of utopia continues to inspire movements for social change and progress. The community aimed to create a utopia where resources were shared equally among all members. Utopian societies often face criticism for being unrealistic and unattainable in practical terms. The novel depicted a utopia where all citizens lived in peace and abundance, free from oppression and inequality. The architect's design envisioned a utopia where buildings harmonized with nature and promoted sustainability. Flawless as adjective, performing or functioning perfectly, without errors, mistakes, or shortcomings. Without any imperfections, defects, or blemishes. Perfect or immaculate in quality or appearance. Despite the challenging conditions, the team executed a flawless operation, completing the mission with no errors or complications. The singer's flawless vocals captivated the audience, earning standing ovations and rave reviews. The ballet dancer delivered a flawless performance, executing each movement with grace and precision. The jeweler crafted a flawless diamond ring, with a sparkling gemstone set in a pristine gold band. Her flawless complexion was the envy of her peers, with smooth, unblemished skin. Epitome as noun, a person or thing that is a perfect example or representation of a particular quality, type, or characteristic, the ideal embodiment of something. A summary, condensed representation, or encapsulation of the essential qualities or features of something. The Taj Mahal is often regarded as the epitome of architectural beauty and craftsmanship. The novel is the epitome of Gothic literature, with its dark themes and atmospheric settings. His actions during the crisis were the epitome of bravery and selflessness. The smartphone has become the epitome of modern technology, incorporating various features and functionalities into a single device. She was considered the epitome of grace and elegance in the world of ballet. Pinnacle as noun, the highest point or summit of a structure, mountain, or other natural feature. The most elevated or highest point of achievement, success, or distinction. The company's success reached its pinnacle during the 1990s. The pinnacle of the cathedral towered above the surrounding buildings. The new product launch was the pinnacle of the company's marketing efforts. Winning the championship was the pinnacle of his career. The mountain climber finally reached the pinnacle after days of climbing. Epiphany as noun, a sudden realization or comprehension, a sudden, profound realization or insight. After reading a book on philosophy, she experienced an epiphany that changed her entire worldview. The artist had an epiphany and suddenly knew exactly what kind of painting he wanted to create. He had an epiphany about the solution to the problem and immediately started working on it. Her epiphany about the importance of family changed the way she lived her life. The company had an epiphany about how to market their product and ended up doubling their sales. Model as verb, to create or construct a representation or simulation of something, to display or exhibit a particular characteristic or behavior for others to emulate or follow. She modeled grace and elegance as she walked down the runway. The teacher modeled problem-solving strategies for the students to learn from. The artist modeled the sculpture out of clay before casting it in bronze. The mentor modeled effective communication skills for the team to emulate. The company modeled various scenarios to forecast potential outcomes. Apex is noun, the highest point of achievement or development, the highest point or summit of something. The apex of the mountain offers a breathtaking view of the valley below. The apex predator in the ecosystem is usually the top of the food chain. The company reached the apex of its success when it became a Fortune 500 company. The athlete reached the apex of his career when he won the gold medal at the Olympics. The apex of the pyramid is the most important part of the structure. Paragon is noun, a model of excellence or perfection in a particular field or area. A person or thing that is considered to be a perfect example or model of a particular quality or type. She was considered a paragon of beauty in her community. The athlete was a paragon of dedication and hard work. The scientist was a paragon of creativity and innovation. The teacher was a paragon of patience and compassion. The painting was a paragon of the Renaissance style. Summit as noun, a meeting between heads of state or other high-ranking officials, often to discuss important matters. The highest point of a hill or mountain. Climbing the summit of the mountain was a difficult but rewarding experience. The summit of the tower offered a breathtaking view of the city. The G7 summit brought together the leaders of the world's largest economies. The company held a summit with its stakeholders to discuss its future plans. The two leaders met at the summit to discuss a possible resolution to the conflict. Ideal is noun, a conception of something in its perfection, a person or thing regarded as perfect or embodying perfection. The candidate presented himself as the ideal leader for the company's future. Despite its flaws, the painting represented the artist's ideal of harmony and balance. To him, she was the ideal of beauty and grace. The concept of the perfect society is an ideal that many philosophers have pursued. She had an ideal of what her perfect vacation would be like. Nirvana as noun, a transcendent state of bliss, serenity, or spiritual fulfillment, often associated with liberation from worldly concerns and the attainment of inner harmony. In Buddhism, the state of perfect peace, happiness, and enlightenment achieved by the cessation of desire, attachment, and suffering. Buddhist monks devote their lives to achieving nirvana through meditation, mindfulness, and ethical conduct. Some people seek nirvana through yoga, seeking to cultivate inner peace and harmony through physical and mental discipline. She experienced a moment of profound nirvana while hiking in the mountains, feeling a deep sense of connection to the natural world. The musician described his creative process as a quest for nirvana, where inspiration flows freely and effortlessly. The concept of nirvana is central to Buddhist teachings, representing the ultimate goal of spiritual practice and enlightenment. Pinnacle as verb, to reach or attain the highest point, status, or achievement in a particular field or endeavor. To rise to the top or highest point of a particular field or endeavor. The author pinnacled her career with a best-selling novel. The singer pinnacled her career with a Grammy Award. He had finally pinnacled his career with a promotion to CEO. The athlete pinnacled his career by breaking the world record. The company pinnacled its success with a record-breaking profit margin. Elysium as noun, a place or state of perfect happiness and bliss, a paradise or idyllic realm of idealized beauty and peace, often associated with the afterlife in Greek mythology. Any place or condition of supreme happiness, joy, or contentment. The tranquil garden felt like an Elysium of serenity amid the chaos of the city. In Greek mythology, Elysium was the realm of the blessed dead, where heroes and virtuous souls enjoyed eternal happiness. The artist's paintings evoke a sense of Elysium, transporting viewers to a realm of sublime beauty and tranquility. The vacation resort was marketed as an Elysium where guests could escape the stresses of everyday life. After years of struggle, she finally found herself in an Elysium of peace and fulfillment. Zenith is noun, the highest point reached in the heavens by a celestial body, the point directly overhead in the sky. The team's performance reached its zenith in the championship game. The writer's career hit its zenith with the publication of her best-selling novel. The company's profits reached their zenith during the boom years. The artist's creativity was at its zenith when she was in her 20s. The sun was at its zenith, casting a bright light across the landscape. Consummate as verb, to complete or bring to a final or successful conclusion. To make perfect or complete in every respect, fulfill. The business partners consummated the deal by signing the contract. The team worked hard to consummate the project before the deadline. The criminal was caught before he could consummate his plan to rob the bank. The musician's dream was to consummate a recording contract with a major label. The couple consummated their marriage on their honeymoon. Ideal as adjective, existing only in the imagination, desirable or perfect, but not likely to become a reality. Satisfying one's conception of what is perfect, most suitable. In an ideal world, everyone would have access to quality education. She had an ideal vision of how her career would unfold. Despite its flaws, the plan was considered ideal for the situation at hand. The cake was the ideal combination of sweetness and moisture. The house was the ideal location for their new business. Ejemplares no, a person or thing that serves as an outstanding or typical example of a certain quality or type. An individual or specimen serving as a model or pattern to be copied or imitated. The book is considered an exemplar of modern literature. She was chosen as an exemplar of good leadership. The painting is regarded as an exemplar of Impressionism. This company is an exemplar of sustainable business practices. His life serves as an exemplar of perseverance. Quintessence is noun, the essence, fundamental nature, or core principle of something. The purest or most perfect embodiment of something. The most typical or ideal example. The perfume was described as the quintessence of femininity, with its delicate floral notes and sensual undertones. Her grace and charm were the quintessence of royalty, earning her admiration from all who met her. The artist's masterpiece was hailed as the quintessence of Renaissance art, capturing the spirit of the era. The novel was considered the quintessence of Gothic literature, showcasing all its characteristic elements. In Eastern philosophy, the concept of Tao represents the quintessence of universal harmony and balance. Level up your English. Master vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs with fun quizzes. Translate meanings into 104 languages. Download now. Link in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel.